This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, we really need to replace the Butters disclaimer because all we're warning you about is adult language and crude humor. And I feel like, especially with a segment called Mixed Drink of the Week and other general discussion that comes up, we should probably warn you that there's discussion of substance use on here too. But don't do shit harder than weed, all right? That's not good. Do not do that, and only do what's legal where you are, okay? Okay. I love you.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, Craig, sometimes Gershom, Johnny Tips, and Wooly. I also need to change that intro music because it sounds like I'm saying sometimes Gershom, and that's just not the case. I meant to say Craig sometimes, you know. Anyway, what's up, Oh, I just remembered we talked about that previously. What's up, Swing off the air, of course. What's up? Should I try it a fourth time? What's up, swingaz? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode number 209. I have energy. I'm Wooly, the king of bullshit, the Netherlord, the Destro Warlock. Here with me is Johnny Tips, the debonair Dark Iron Demonology Warlock. Gershom couldn't make it today. She is off whispering sweet little nothings into what we think is Venari's ear, I think, and or making that broker's bed broken. Hello.
Yeah.
Point being, Gershom's off cracking Venari, I assume.
Cracking that.
Cracking her back. That's the slang that the youths use now. Back in my day, we said banging. At some point, it was folding. I don't know anyone who says that. Then they said smashing. And I guess now it's cracking. Whatever.
It sounds kind of 80s to me for some reason, but...
Oh, well. So, how you doing, Johnny? I guess it's a Warlock show today.
Yeah, the Warlocks of Cox, I guess.
The fucking Lockcast or some shit.
Yeah, Lockcast 2.0, there we go. All we need now is Kalamazi and THD and some other folks. And
Pyromancer can have special mention. I don't
think
he and I would get along.
I feel like with Pyro, it would be more of a lore cast I would want him on. I would have him and Jin. I want him and Jin to debate with Noble and, like, who else? Who's another one?
Here's the thing with Pyromancer.
But he's a speculator, not a lore. He's not like Platinum WoW. You know, like Platinum WoW and Noble, they're like doing the. By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there is a new lore person. Have you ever heard of Quaylin? Quaylin, I think. I might be wrong, but I'll put it in the notes.
Yeah, let's do that.
But they do a fantastic abridged version of the what is it called? The compendium that they did for the lore a while back. There's like a series of them.
So it's not like lore stories about fucking somebody cracking Tyrande.
Actually, that's technically part of it because of the one book, but what's that series of books they released from Blizzard that was like
the Kama Sutra?
Close enough. The Kama Sutra, the whatever, the connoisseurs, the light, whatever you want to fucking call it. Oh god,
Gershom would know.
I forget. It has a C in the name.
Chronicles.
Yes, Chronicles. Thank you. He does a great
different
rendition.
Kind of C word.
Yes, different kind of C word. Chronicle
Not concussion this time.
But yeah, he does a great rendition of the Chronicles abridged, and he compacts them into very easily digestible videos. They're long form videos, but they're very fun to watch. Sort of like Platinum WoW, but not less extra stuff and commentary, and more like and then also Jedi Warlock's the other one for if you're into like old classic quests and specifically classic versions of the story. Then he's a great watch too.
I've honestly been considering starting a lore channel. Because I've wanted to make WoW videos. It's a ton of work, but also every time I've tried, I was trying my hand at like guides to shit, and the worst one I ever made was before we had any clue what the fuck horrific visions were, way back in BFA. This is the worst one of these I ever tried to make. I made a fucking PowerPoint presentation that was completely inaccurate. It is fucking cringe. It got exactly 1 dislike and 2 views, and I'm pretty sure one of them was me. And then I deleted it because I'm like, this is bad. Anyway, I want to explain something I said. I want to say the reason I don't think Pyromancer and I would get along is we would disagree on a topic and then get very, very passionate about it. That's what I think would happen.
Okay,
yeah. Like, so here's an example. When first they came out, he was very upset to find out Zandalari did not at that time have access to the Warlock class, and he was pissed. He was big mad on his YouTube video about it. And I remember thinking something like, well, I mean, Warlocks use the Fel, and they were never exposed to the Fel. I mean, over time, I've kind of changed that stance, because I feel like you could justify it by saying they were into other shit. But, like, it's just things like that. Get very passionate about stuff. Anywhoozits. What did you do in WoW this week?
Well, I did a couple delves. I did a couple things at Lemix here and there. I diddled off with that and just fucking had my way with it. And I've been just farming plus 30 keys and doing my mythic raid farms with, pug groups. It's getting kind of dire out there because a lot of people that have been farming since the beginning, they can just solo those raids now pretty much if they're over a certain point. They don't need you. So all the groups that are kind of left over, I can tell, man, it's been getting kind of bad. I don't know. I've been seeing some. There are the good ones. Obviously, if there's someone promoting like free run or whatever, or you just gotta be mindful if they start asking for tips, of course, and for a temporary game mode, which is atrocious. But anyway,
Johnny tips.
Not me in particular, but I'm sure someone just wants a tip, right? I mean,
oh, they're just capitalizing on it.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I have beta. So, but I have not touched the story. I am not touching any sort of dungeons or quests. The only quests I did do were related specifically to housing and to the tutorial, of course, the tutorial, for Founder's
I hope
Point.
you're reporting every single bug you find.
I am constantly reporting bugs. Yes, yeah.
Remind me to come back to that in a second here.
So, also, on a side note, it's like I do want to say about the housing. It's fucking incredible. I love it. A couple things I'd like to know. I don't know if they've already put this into the beta or the game, or it will become part of the game on this version of housing, but I need them to have a way to have where you enter on the first floor and you can have, and then the rest of the house is in the basement. They need to do that. I don't know how they're going to do that, but that needs to happen. I want to have my slaughtered lamb bar. That's what I want. I want my slaughtered lamb bar. You can add stairwells to go upstairs, and you can have stuff go downstairs, but when you enter your house, it's always on the ground floor. But
but you can move the front door, so does that change the spawning?
I don't think so.
And I do mean inside you can change the front door.
I know you can change the front door to the inside, but I don't know if that changes where your foyer is or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't think that, I tried moving it in the beta, and it wouldn't let me move it. I can add a door.
We're warlocks. We should have basements.
Yes. So what I've done instead is I've made my own little like closet, basically, where I have all my fel infused puddles and books and treasures.
Like,
for the time being.
How big is this closet? Are you calling it a closet and it's really just another room?
It's just a tiny. They actually do have a closet like room that you can add to your house.
They do.
And they have multiple shapes too. You can add hallways, so they actually have a floor plan builder. I don't want to spoil too much, because there's probably some people that are waiting for when they actually get their hands on it, when the pre-patch comes out or when the expansion comes out. So I don't want to talk too much about it. I just wanted to talk briefly about a couple specific things that I think they should add. And one of the other things I mentioned was in the advanced tools, there's two things. One, allow us to type in the numbers for the angle of the degree angles once we click it. Like once the little icon, there's a little icon that pops up when you click which hemisphere you want to rotate about. So if I want to rotate the Z-axis, the Y, or the X, I want to be able to type in that number of the angle I want, so I can make them match. And if what I want them to do, if I place a bunch of the same object and I want them all facing the same angle and rotation, I want to be able to have that as a prefab setup whenever I click that item. Or
that might be more than they do. I could see them implementing like a manual entry canting.
At least that. So where I can quickly do a lot of them at once. Where I can just type it in, boom, 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 boom. That I can deal with. What is difficult right now is that you have to like manually scroll your mouse or let the ticks take over in the manual mode. And it's all like, you can use, I think, period and comma as the other option. And then there's like left and right arrows and stuff that you can use. It tells you, there's like a little menu on the right that tells you what the commands are, like as you manipulate things.
It would be a great quality of life improvement.
Yeah, just being able to, like, let's say I want a pillar, but the pillar only comes sideways from the default, but I want to place them vertical. I have to manually rotate each one by hand and then remember what the angle I rotated it by. So now, you know, we'll get to that later, but that's where I wanted to leave it off. Yeah, that's what I've been doing in WoW. How you been, Willie? What's your WoW story this week?
Well, before I talk about what I did, I'm just going to mention, since we're talking about beta, I originally posted it kind of humorously in Discord, but I think it's definitely something we should highlight here. So, I was on Facebook. Yes, Facebook. I'm fucking ancient, you guys. Although I think I'm the youngest person on this show. Maybe not Craig. Whatever. Warcraft memes on the good book. They posted, "It's concerning how many people aren't understanding the point of what beta is. Beta is a testing environment. It's not meant to be fleshed out. There will be bugs. There will be lag. There will be unfinished concepts. Don't come into beta thinking it's some kind of pre-release to midnight. It's also not something you should be actively fixating on. Things will change during beta drastically." And I cannot tell you how much I agree with that.
Yeah.
But then, the reason I posted this humorously is because this shit puddle in here commented on it, and too many people in this community, not ours, thankfully, I don't think, but in the WoW community as a whole, think this way. They said, "Blame Blizzard for making it look like a pre-release by making it part of the reward for pre-ordering the expansion." Like, you might have called that, I think that was what you were calling rage bait, And also, I'll be honest with you, I had found my vape before posting that. So I was like, is he calling me an idiot? But,
kind of, but not just because you're temporarily in it for buying the rage beat doesn't mean that you're permanently an idiot.
See, here's the thing. I don't think he was rage baiting. I think he was being legit. Anyway, somebody responded to him with the comment, blame Blizzard for making it look like a pre-release, blah, blah, blah. And this guy goes, no, they didn't. If you think that looks like an early release, then what about the little part that says 3 days early access? But you don't even have to go that far. It's literally fucking called a beta test. So the guy responded to him, when you make a beta accessible to everybody, it will not be used for its intended purpose. That's just a fact. Which is fucking stupid, because expecting it to feel like a finished product when it is very, very much known to be a beta test, that's fucking asinine. And you're a fucking idiot if you're out there, first of all, I'm not talking about the people who play beta and don't report anything. Like, you want to just have fun in beta, live your life. That's not my call to make. That's not Blizzard's call to make. They gave you beta, do with it what you want. But to expect it to feel like a polished game simply because it's part of pre-ordering is stupid. And there's a whole conversation to be had about whether or not that's something that should be guaranteed in a pre-order. But it's also, look, Blizzard is, out of all the games I've ever played, they are the one company that has been the most transparent and forthcoming and, what's the other word I want to use? Like, reactive, I guess you could say, to their entire testing process.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if fucking Activision did that with Call of Duty? Put out a beta for the next big Warzone thing, and then everyone fucking hates it, and they're like, oh shit. No, instead they just put out whatever recycled garbage they can think of and said, fuck you, you'll pay for it. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Don't go into beta expecting it to be a full game. That's just stupid. Anyway, what I did in WoW this week, I was on Lemix a little bit. I was playing on Speggy. But honestly, I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, but the gearing process feels really, really slow. I've been just like getting chests and doing dungeons here or there, not as much as doing chests. And it's like inching up higher and higher. And I don't know if that's intended or not, but I don't know. I saw a video with all kinds of stuff for housing that you'll get from Legion Remix, like achievements and stuff. I don't know if you can get it without being in Lemix. I don't know. So that's what I was thinking I wanted to beef up Speggy for. You know, no pun intended. He's a Tauren. So I got bored, honestly. I got bored just doing these piddly little things that I was doing to level. So I hopped back on over to Bong Rip. And let me tell you something. Bong Rip, my fucking Void Elf Warlock, is the tits. This is, I feel the most comfortable of any character on my Warlock. And I've said that about other characters in the past. Just ignore that. So I was playing him a little bit, doing a bunch of delves, trying to get his gear up. We're not going to be talking about it in the news, but they did nerf Kai'Veza.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, on both single and double difficulties. I haven't played it since they did that, but I've been working on my item level, trying to get as close to 700 as I can. He's 689 now, so I might be able to do at least single question mark difficulty without too much problem. Kai'Veza is really more mechanics intensive than needing to just do damage. But that's actually all I've done in WoW this week, is I've just cemented that staying with my Void Elf Warlock is the way I want to go, especially because that particular character, that's just a rename for Vestin, my oldest Warlock from BC. So it's just it is where I want to be with Vestin, with Bong Rip. I decided Bong Rip is his last name. I don't know if I said that last week or not, but it's pronounced lore-wise Bong Grip. But we all know, all right? We all know. The guy in trade chat today, who I said lizard, and he responded lizard, and the person after him responded lizard, and then I said lizard again. They all knew. They all knew. We know what it is. Lizard. Okay, so I guess that's it for what we did in WoW. Do you want to move on the mixed drink of the week?
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah! It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any substance for that matter, if you are of legal age, or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. Alright, so we have been going through all the various Hearthstone items that we could find and turning them into shots. Johnny is up this week with the Dalaran Hearthstone. Y'all know what the Dalaran Hearthstone is. I don't fucking need to explain this. And if I do, then what game have you been playing? Right. So it just looks like a regular Hearthstone. Just the icon is like purple, and it sends you specifically to Dalaran. So Johnny he said it can be a full mixed drink, but he made it just as a shot today. So, he also said that it involves, what was it? Flowers and
fruit.
Bread in your ass?
Close enough.
Flowers and fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something Blizzard replacing nudity with fruit. There's a joke in there for that.
Not what I was thinking, but yeah, that's pretty good.
So I'm thinking it is some kind of light purple color, and I am positive that no matter what I guess, I'll be wrong because you get pretty intricate. So my official guess is something like blackberry brandy mixed with some, of all choices out there, some kind of red wine. And you have mixed in, I feel like there's some sugar. That's my guess. Those three things. Okay, tell me how I'm wrong.
There is sugar. It's a rum drink. It's I'm gonna tell you both versions. The regular drink version, it's 1.5 ounces of Malibu black coconut rum, pre-chilled, and then it's 1 ounce of lavender syrup and 1 ounce of lemon juice. And then I shake it with frozen blueberries and ice, and I pour it out. It's fucking real good, and it comes out. And so the shot version is 3/4 ounce of Malibu black coconut rum, and then 1/4 ounce of lavender syrup and 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, and that you layer in that order as well as you do it, and it's very refreshing.
So it's a layered shot.
It's not really layered. It's just like the order you do it. It gives you the right profile when you drink it.
Ah, I see. And I'm gonna need you to send me that because you were talking too quick for me to type, but that's okay.
Oh, I always type it out, dude.
You do. You're really good about
dude,
that.
I got you.
Okay, I'm glad you sent that right now because I apparently was looking at the general channel and I might have done that thing we do sometimes where I just write something out of context. Anyway, you have it in front of you, I assume.
Yes. I already drank one of the rigor one.
Quit lying.
No, I do. What? I had one earlier, And now I have another one. I even have a picture. I'm going to send you a picture of it, too.
Oh, shit, he's sending a picture. Well, I'm looking for... Are you sending it right this second? Otherwise, I'm going to send you off.
Hold on.
All right. While he is doing that, would anybody like to hear about my day? No? Come on. Oh, actually, while he is doing that, there really is no good point in the show to insert this. I need to mention the Delvers League thing that I've been trying to put together, all right? Azeroth Delvers League, the ADL, hasn't really been getting people signing up for it. I think that's partly because I explained it poorly, because I made it sound like there was a much bigger time commitment than there really is. So sorry for that. However, I've decided I'm putting the project on the back burner for now. Maybe I will revive it in midnight. I feel like we, the Delvers, kind of deserve to have some kind of bigger thing be at play here with the Delves. I don't know if this is the right direction to doing that, but whatever. Like Raiders, I want to get back to raiding eventually, by the way, too, but Raiders have, Race the World First and shit to watch. Mythic Keystone players get to watch the MDI. PvPers can't have the AWC. Where's the Delve option?
Right.
And STFU pet battlers. Nobody wants to watch you play pet battles. Oh boy, some people are now have the option of yelling at me. Okay, I'll say this. I do pet battling every now and then because, like, there's a world quest or whatever, and I do enjoy it when I do that. However, the people who, and there's not that many of them, and that's probably why Blizzard hasn't done a bigger thing with it. The people who play WoW for pet battles go fucking hard. They get real passionate about it. So hats off to you guys. Enjoy your best life. I am not one of you. But I love you. Please don't stop listening.
You can set me off now, though.
Yeah, my foot's covered in barbecue sauce, if anyone's curious how it tastes in my mouth. Anyway,
sure
send you
is.
off. It's actually not. Over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole.
Woohoo!
So that's what the Dalaran Hearthstone is as a shot. 3/4 ounce Malibu black coconut rum, pre-chilled. 1/4 ounce lavender syrup, pre-chilled. 1/4 ounce lemon juice. Garnish it with a fresh blueberry if you want, or pop one into your mouth like a Viagra as you take the shot.
Yep.
That part's optional. Next week, I am up. And I gotta tell you, if I didn't have this one, I absolutely would have mock-garage to do it. It is the Dark Portal Hearthstone, which I actually recently found somebody out in the wild who was using it, and it wasn't Slide Whistle, who is very proud of his Dark Portal Hearthstone. In fact, I took a screenshot and I put it in the Do Not Relent Discord, and I never bothered to go back and see what they said. I'm gonna look right now. But like, oh shit. But like, no, seriously, it's gonna be so cool. I have a concept in mind for what I want to do. Okay, I can't find the post I made. I'm gonna have to find out what they said later. But I haven't fully decided. I will give you a hint though, Johnny. If it's not a layered shot, the different aspects of it are meant to represent stuff.
For the
I
Dark
don't know
Portal?
if I'm gonna do it as a layered shot or not. Yes, the Dark Portal Hearthstone. All right, let's move on to WoW News.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
All right, so Johnny, you have beta access. How about you tell us about beta?
Gladly. Well, beta is out. Came out on the 11th. this past week. If y'all pre-ordered, y'all got access, or if you got a special little email from Blizzard, then you probably got access as well, or some sort of contest, or however. They're gonna
Have they done the email invites?
During Alpha they did that. The special beta ones, I don't think so. I don't know about that. I'm assuming they would have by now, because they're doing the pre-launch event that played the Blues on November 17th. So they're going to be doing that event. So usually by then, they usually send out emails. So if you get an email from Blizzard, maybe you get one, maybe you don't. And it's going to be on November 17th, and it's going to be 11 a.m. PST, or 1 p.m. Central, or 7 p.m. GMT for the EU folks.
God damn it. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you here. Blizzard fucking jebaited me. I didn't realize that they were doing emails, so I quickly pulled up my email that I use specifically for WoW, right? And I'm looking for emails from Blizzard. And it says in the subject line, enter the Midnight Beta now! But the email body is about pre-purchasing Midnight Epic Edition and then getting... God damn it, Blizzard.
Oh, man, that's bad, man.
Jesus Christ. Jebaited is not the correct term. What would it be like? Where you get baited into thinking you're getting beta. Like, baited? Betated? Beta baited? That sounds like masturbation.
Yeah,
beta baited. Anyway, continue.
Like a beta fit. Anyway, so yeah, they're doing the blue people, the people that write all those blue words and blue text that we wait for every week to hear from them from Blizzard. They're doing an event on, I believe, Monday, tomorrow. So this will have already happened by the time this episode releases, but it was on Monday. They did a whole thing. And then they're doing raid testing. It's going to be Wednesday on the 19th. And there's a whole schedule they posted online. They're doing heroic of the single boss raid and a bunch of other raids. They're going through all the different raids, and they're going through different difficulties and whatnot. So if you're interested in raid testing, that could be your chance to get a chance to try stuff out. Also, in addition to beta, Wowhead and World of Warcraft, they're going to be doing signups to be featured on a housing neighborhood block party for early access celebration, and you can submit your home. But how do I submit a home if the house is not out yet? Well, they're assuming that you're going on PTR or beta and try it out. And all you gotta do is make a house on the PTR if you don't have beta, and go on there and try and make a house with the 10.27 PTR, and then submit pictures. And there's a link in our description that's going to be there to actually sign up for this. And it's basically like a sign up period, and that's going to be going on until the 28th. So you pretty much have until Thanksgiving, essentially. The actual contest event is going to be happening pretty much a little under a month later on December 19th and 21st in game. It's only for NA accounts, and they're going to be taking screenshots from only PTR or beta housing, of course. There's going to be about 50 players per faction. More information is going to be available later on in Google Docs, of course, and I'm definitely going to try and participate. I'll see if I can get a slot on there for Alliance. I'm hoping. I don't want to have to remake the whole house on Horde. That would be very upsetting. So I'll be signing up as soon as I can. And yeah, so Wooly, you gonna let us know about pre-patch? What's going on?
Well, before that, are we positive that housing is available on the PTR? Because isn't it early access in the
you technically patch? Okay, so technically, I believe it has to be, because that's how they're getting the photos for the housing. They even said on the post. Yeah, I only have my PTR beta house designs right now.
Okay.
They know, show us your idea. But obviously, if you're on PTR, I'm assuming you have to have the pre-order as well. I'm assuming.
Maybe?
But maybe
I don't
not.
have it pre-ordered yet, so I can check later.
Yeah, check it out. Feel free to check it out. Obviously, for the audience, they might not have the time to do the install for PTR because it takes forever. I totally get it.
This would be a pretty good time for us to put out there what you and I were talking about earlier. We are not sure if we want to do a Thrall's Balls neighborhood or not, because while our community is fierce and wonderful, it is also on the small side, and I am certain most, if not all of you, already know what you're going to be, where you're going to be going with housing. Like, for example, my main is going to be with my guild. That's just how it is. But I'm going to need a horde house. And yes, unfortunately, my main will remain Alliance for now, because Proudmoore is amazing. And that's where I want to be. But that's not what we're talking about. So where I'm going with this is we are going to be putting a poll on our Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com. You'll be able to find our Discord there. And we're also going to be putting one on the Spotify episode just to kind of gauge interest. So if any of you out there would be interested in having a house in the Thrall's Balls neighborhood, even if it's literally just, say, your diehard one faction, it's a house for your opposite faction, remember, your main can visit the other house that you make. So, let's go there. So we're putting a poll on Spotify and in Discord. Just let us know if you would be interested, and we might end up making a TB community after all. A little town. We would give it a proper name too, wouldn't we? Like, we can't just call it This Land. You know? Okay.
Right. Oh, I get you, yeah.
So then anyway, for pre-patch, we've alluded to it already. It has been announced for December 2nd. That is coming up pretty quickly. What is coming in it is housing early access, as we mentioned, if you've pre-ordered. If you've not pre-ordered, like my pleb ass, because I'm poor, you're going to get the Midnight Prologue campaign. I'm very interested in playing that. I don't know if that's been spoiled by various lore things online or not. I haven't looked. But I'm looking forward to that. I want to know. We're also getting a revamped new and returning player experience. I don't know if we've talked about that on the show before or not, but this does mean Exile's Reach is going to be a bit different. So that's going to be cool. There is an elf campaign for lore walking. I'm not exactly sure what it's all going to be about. I think that's the one with the Quel'Dorei being like, dude, the Alliance fucking blows. Let's leave. And then another part of the Quel'Dorei is like, what? No, bro, we want to stay. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. For the record, that event in lore history was an Alliance general deciding to imprison a shitload of these elves for no reason other than he was a racist. It's a lot, not anywhere near as simple as that, but you know what I mean. We're getting the heritage armor for the Pandaren. Turbulent Timeways is coming back. They are going to be giving us housing decor weekly quests, and what a ton of people are excited probably the most for, Brawler's Guild, but that's a week later on the 9th. So as a reminder, that's Brawlgar Arena in Orgrimmar and Bismo's Brawl Pub. Is that in Stormwind? I've never seen the Alliance
Brawl
one.
Pub is fucking awesome. It's in the fucking train station that goes to Ironforge.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's literally underneath the tracks and it's hidden. And you have to like go where you can die getting there, and you have to like sneak around and go like where the tracks are and go underneath and go down some like a ramp and some stairs, and you end up going into a big old bar brawl room. It's fucking cool as shit.
Wait, do you get there by going like halfway down the track on the
It's not halfway down.
off?
It's not that far down. It's like 10, 15 yards from like when you hit the bottom.
Oh.
You make a left and you just make a little quick right or whatever, and then you're down there.
Oh, so it's not like you have to jump off the tram. That would have been cool.
Yeah, you do have to go like where the like on the tracks and like not like on the top part, the bottom part where the actual thing runs through. Yeah.
Right, but you can get down there like with a ramp, I think, in the main area. What I'm talking about is it would have been really cool is if you had to go partway down, like maybe halfway through the entire track and jump off the tram, and then from there you find a secret thing, you know? Who among us has not jumped off the tram at some point? Everybody must have. But yeah, that is what's coming in pre-patch, and I'm throwing it back to Johnny, who has very strong opinions about this 12-month sub reward. Opinions I agree with, actually. Take it away, sir.
If you're playing Classic, you're gonna fucking love this. There's a fucking shawl-colored mount that's the old school drink, and it's so fucking cool looking. It's even got the smoke effects. So all those Classic players that are playing Pandaria Classic, fucking feast your eyes on the glorious mounts that you get to have now. And it's too fucking cool. I'm sorry. It makes me want to go play Classic. It makes me upset that I don't play Classic.
I think this mount, I think we might be a little late to the party. I think they announced this a while ago, but I'm not sure.
They probably did. It's just one of those things where, like, if you do the 12-month sub or whatever, it's the... Because there's that whole, the blue cow or whatever, and...
Yeah. But what we're not happy about here is that it's Classic only.
Yes.
That sucks balls.
It fucking sucks jackass balls. Very upset. I'm a bit tired of them doing this bullshit with the Classic only mounts. I'm just butthurt, I guess, but some of the Classic ones are fucking sick. It's not the first time it's happened. It's been happening quite often now, but it's like, I don't got time for that bullshit. If you're not gonna have it be universal, fucking put it on the store, okay?
Right.
If you're, like, give me away if I really want it, or Trader's Tenders, or maybe, like, just throw it in the rotation once a year, that kind of thing. I'd rather them do that kind of stuff, or black market auction house, something, you know?
There's just no point to have... also, thank you for vamping there. I was answering a question on Discord. Honestly, like, there are other drakes using that same poly count and that same armor and that same texture fidelity. What the hell is the point of only making it mop? Like, because it's Shah and we're not fucking with the Shah anymore at this point in time? Okay. So what? We're not fucking with bronze dragons anymore at the moment, but I can still pull out my bronze dragon from Culling a Strathome. So maybe blow me a little? Not you, Johnny. The Blizzard and their decisions. Also, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Have I lost you?
I'm here. I'm fucking, you know, are you ready? Are we doing a game? We got any final thoughts? Like,
yeah, because that was the end of the news, and there wasn't really a whole ton to talk about there. So I was thinking we should play a game of 20 questions, and this may end up being a short episode. That's all right. We've had plenty go way too long.
I think we're okay. I think we're okay. It's already almost an hour recording. It's not like we're really slacking, you know?
Yeah, we are at 46 minutes we just hit, but there was a goober that I screwed up at the beginning of the recording, so whatever.
Oh,
that's gonna get cut out. But whatever, let's we're going to do a 20 questions. I'm going to give you 3 things to go off of, and you are going to ask me simple yes or no questions.
Okay.
If you think you can guess the whole thing early, say, can I guess it? I think I know, or something like that.
Okay.
All right, so the 3 things I'm going to give you to go off of. 1. This is not an event that has happened in the lore, but it is an event that could happen. And actually, no, let me start over.
Okay.
This is an event that happened within the lore and in gameplay. 2. The reason this event happened in lore is because of gameplay. 3. Shit. Shit.
It's still vague.
Shit, that's the third thing. Shit is the third thing, so you really have 2 things to go off of.
Oh, okay.
Just ask me yes or no questions, and take it away.
Is it faction related?
Not specifically, no.
Does it involve a particular race of people?
Not in any specific way, no. I'll put it this way.
Was it underwater?
Actually, I won't put it that way. It was not underwater.
Was it underground?
The actual event I'm thinking of was not.
Okay. Is a major? Are there major lore characters involved there in game?
I don't remember, but it is a major lore moment.
Is it related to the Legion?
Yes. I will not be editing out these pauses, by the way, y'all. Enjoy that wonderful background music.
Well, it's hard. I mean, I'm trying to think of a question to back to back. So
no, man. Take your pauses. You can do this.
So, was it in space?
It was not.
Was it on Azeroth?
Yes.
Was it before or after the opening of the Dark Portal the first time?
Long after.
Long after. Has it happened within the last 2 expansions? Like, is it pre-Shadowlands or after Shadowlands?
Well, hold on. That's not a yes or no question.
Is it after Shadowlands or before Shadowlands?
That's not a yes or no question.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Was it after Shadowlands?
It was not. You have now asked 10 questions. You have 10 more. Would you like another hint?
Well, yeah, one more hint.
Okay. When I say it does involve the Legion, nobody from the Burning Legion is present when this happens. That might have just made it more confusing, but it'll make sense when I tell you what it is.
Are there Naru involved?
No.
Does it happen on the Broken Isles?
No.
Are there elemental lords involved?
No.
Is there a lantern involved?
No. Wait, let me think. No.
So it's not related to the factions. It's related to the Legion, but the Legion's not directly there. It's on Azeroth after the Dark Portal, before Shadowlands. No Naru involved. Not on the Broken Isles. No Elemental Lords. It doesn't have to do with the Lantern. Does it have to do with the Dragonflights?
Nope. That was your 15th question, by the way.
Can my character do this as well? Like, do my character directly have an action?
Yes.
Are there old gods involved?
There are not. I also just heard a very loud crash on my from the upstairs.
Oh no.
But I don't hear my child crying. And I hear my wife talking calmly. I think it's all fine.
To talk about ominous?
Nah, it's fine. I'm pretty sure my kid just, like, knocked over a chair or something again. She's been doing that.
Yeah. Is it on Outland? Oh, no, sorry. No, it's free. No, take that back. Does it
I will allow you to take that back.
Does it... Is there timey-wiminess involved?
There is not. You have 2 questions left.
Jeez, this is... Is the Lich King involved?
No. Well... No. Well, tangentially. Not, like, do not put too much stock in that answer.
Okay.
Tangentially.
So not involved in the Dragonflies. Who the fuck is it? So it's about the Legion, but the Legion's not directly involved, so it's like...
I never said the Legion wasn't directly involved. I said
but there's no one
present.
from the... no one from the Legion is present.
Right.
Oh! Is Karnrithad involved?
Nope.
Damn it.
All right, that was your 20th question. So, we all remember, at the end of Legion, Sargeras was like, dude, this sucks, and he stabbed Azeroth as he was leaving, right? Well, part of the, I think it may have been the BFA prologue, or whenever it came about. No, it was the sunsetting of Legion when we did this. We had to take our artifacts and drain the power from them into that giant sword to slow down the corruption so it didn't fuck up Azeroth, the world soul.
And then we found Azeroth. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. When it was like all the, it starts with, it was wonky. I remember it was like chaotic. It was, your artifact weapon would go all crazy and sparkle, and it started like all flashing really crazily after that. You did that.
So here's how the Lich King is involved tangentially. The fucking Frost DK artifact is 2 swords made out of the shards of frost.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's why.
Yeah.
I remember that the Frost DK is getting that, but
that was a fun one. I enjoyed that. I gotta wonder how many of you listening figured it out. Maybe
dude, I was
none,
so
because
far
you
away
didn't
from
get
that.
very close.
Yeah, I was so far from that. I was like trying to find like major things I remembered, but that was just not the thing I was thinking of, like, at all.
Yeah. I just thought of a third clue I could have given you. I could have said the expansion they're currently making a remix out of would be relevant. I could have said that.
That would have helped a little bit, yeah. It would have been me thinking of, like, different shit that happened during Legion or whatever, and...
I was also trying not to give it away or make it too easy.
It would probably take me a while to get it if I did.
Do you want to do another one? If we do, I'm going to kill the music so I can edit out the pauses.
No, I'm good. That was a lot. That was a lot.
All right, Johnny doesn't want to do Johnny stuff in the brain box, which is fine.
Yeah. My brain's a little fried from that one. I'm like, that was,
Well, in that case, what are your final thoughts?
Make sure you got, check your heater, folks. It's getting cold outside. Check
My
your
final
tires.
thought is, since Venari's basically made of smoke, I wonder if she still smokes after Gersham's done smoking her. You know.
Gotta have that after cracking cigarette, you know?
Yeah. The post-crack cig, yeah. Yeah.
Crack a window open.
Smoking Venari. Something like that. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Go ahead and follow us in the social media places. You can find the various proper spellings of these in the episode description. I am at Wooly08 on Twitter and Instagram, and at Wooly_08 on TikTok. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter, and at Hunter Gershom with 2 R's on Instagram. Boomy is at Boomy Nation on Twitter, YouTube, basically whatever platform you'd find him on. Johnny Tips is Johnny.Tips on Discord and at Johnny.Tips on Instagram. And of course, Craig, our super duper part-time 5th co-host and what's the other thing I call him? Show mascot is at Craig_addict on Twitter. The show, of course, is at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and you can search Thrall's Balls Pod on YouTube. Go ahead, email us with any feedback or questions, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. That would also be a great place to send any thoughts you have about a potential TB neighborhood. You can also leave us feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or even in a specialized reviews channel on our Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com to find our link tree. All of our relevant links, including Discord, can be found there. Anyway, bye. We love you. Be good.
Oh.
You're just going to get farther and farther out from the end of the music until you do that, aren't you?
Oh. Oh. Oh.